myself. I respect myself. I admire myself. I like myself. I take care of myself. I nurture myself. I believe in myself. I believe in my future. Greetings, people. Welcome to A Divine Life, vlogging and inspiring. Now, today I wanted to talk about this topic of status correction. And I'm just going to come off the head with it. Like, I'm not about to pull up no definitions, no readings, none of that. I'm just going to come off the head with it. So, for those of you who are brand new to the topic of status correction, status correction is basically informing the global system of who you are in a way that allows you to exist in a freer way than previously before. The most foundationally important thing about status correction that I've ever heard was that it has to come from within, that before you can express it externally, it has to be something that you transform yourself into from within. You see what I'm saying? Because it's been made pretty obvious that, you can do all the paperwork you want, copy somebody else's paperwork, have them write it for you. But then when it comes to actually being that status that may be on paper, you're going to crumble because that's not really who you are. So before any paperwork is written, there is an inner work that takes place, and that inner work shifts the status just through the maturing of an individual. So when an individual transforms themselves from within, or matures themselves from within, expands their awareness from within, their status changes in that moment. You feel me? And from my perspective, when that status is something that has, become something that's concrete for that individual, that individual's world changes to the same degree that they have transformed themselves or changed themselves. You see what I'm saying? So, status correction. Right now, I'm going to talk about, the average person who was so-called born in the United States. And if you were born in the United States, for the most part, you have gotten a birth certificate. And that birth certificate basically has got you thinking that you're a United States citizen. You know what I mean? So with that, let me share a few more things. This whole status thing, from my perspective, is an identity issue. So your status has to do with your belief about who and what you are, right? So if you believe that you're a United States citizen who was born in the United States, that is a status. If you believe that you're an African American who is a U.S. citizen who was born in the United States, that is a status. If you believe that you were never born, and that you always exist as one with source, and that you don't know where you live, but you can refer to where you live as everywhere, or I live where source lives, then that is your status. Are y'all picking up on status? Status. So the thing is the older that you are, the more deeply ingrained that your status has become. It has become habitual. But when certain things are brought to light, and those things cause you to ignite from within, you will, on your own, begin to uproot those habits, uproot that programming, uproot that status that you placed into yourself, that you picked up from external sources. And you will uproot it and start tossing it, letting go. And that will change your clarity, your vision, your awareness. It will open you up. And since you opened yourself within, open up doors without. Because as universal law states, as within, so without. So it's an internal focus to shift the status. It's letting go to shift the status. Let go and watch how your external world reflects your letting go. And then it will reflect the status that you hold within you as well. The highest status from my perspective is one where you are beyond all beliefs. You are not bound by any belief system, but you're resting in infinite intelligence. That is the highest status. The highest status to me is beyond words. There are no words. Feel me? That's all I have for status right now. Appreciate y'all time. Yeah.
Me, loose, natural, and effortless.